Good evening, everybody. It's 9:25 Eastern Central Time. Um, no such thing as Central, but just in time, 9:25. And the topic of my broadcast is called "Do they like you, or they fell out of love with who you are?" They just had to ask that question, because I don't get no subscriptions, I don't get no likes or comments, but it's fun. Which either means you're repeating the same behavior, choosing sides with your enemy, and probably going to bed with your enemy too. So my thing is, do they like you, or they fell out of love with who you are? I need to ask this question because you know what? If you don't know, then I'm gonna say this: this world is going to hell, regardless of what you have or think, which is fine, which means you're already attached. So you can't look at the dimensions and the dynamic of deficient characters and say something's wrong, because you know why? And I'm only saying this looking on the outside because you know why? A mind is a terrible thing to waste. So if you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your mind and be your own person, how you can be a follower? Okay, what do you follow? Or let's just say it off the top. You're not having sex with everybody. You had sex, but you're not having sex with. Okay, we will go with that idea. Let that sit with you for a minute. Because some people will say, well, you know what? I don't know about karma. I don't know about consequences. I don't know about. Well, you know what? That means that's because you're taking part. You're taking part in what's going on. That's like saying, I'm not a thief. I just held a bag, but I'm not a thief. I didn't break into place. I didn't shoot nobody. I didn't stick nobody up. But because I'm friends or I had a relationship with somebody and they told me what they're doing, I'm just like, okay, yeah, as long as I hold a bag. Think about that. I'm just making an example here. Like, how am I to be disliked and not loved anymore because you see who I am? A person that stands by the truth. Even if it's against myself, that's all I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then don't show up, don't call, or I call, don't show up. You go for the same story of disappointments, lies. I could be wrong. But if I was wrong, you should have never left that person or fell out of love with that person if they were truthful with you from the jump. And years later, still being honest with you and faithful. You should have still been in a relationship with them. I'm just saying, don't you think? Not to be presumptuous, but don't you think? I just had to ask that question. Hold on, I don't like this rock shit. Alexa, play 90s Coldplay music now. I'm not doing this rock and roll stuff. Alexa, play grunge music. I'm sorry. Alexa, play Coldplay like me. Right now, she does what she wants to do sometimes. Alexa, play Coldplay music now. I'm sorry, I'm having technical difficulties at this time. But as you can see, I don't get no subscriptions. I don't get no comments. Nothing like that. You know why? You're all fucked up. But you're going to say, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. No, you know why? You're still looking at life through your eyes. You're so absent-minded. It's not funny. Like, you like, not you, but it's just like, yo, I'm not living a lie no more. As God is my witness, take me off this goddamn planet. Because if I can talk to you and confess and be truthful out of compassion and love as a human being, because I don't want you to be hurt. I don't want to hurt nobody. My words should not offend you. What I have to say should not have anything against to the life that you're living right now at all. But because of your twisted thinking and the way you're delusional, the way you fucked up and started life illegitimately, because we're not going to go into that other stuff about you're good. Okay. Let me ask you a question. How could you be good and terminate, disassociate, don't get involved, don't support? Why would these decisions come about? I just asked that question. Why? If you're good, you now you know how you like to pimp out that word. I'm good. You know how you like to pimp out that word or that phrase. Look, look. Let me just say this. Like you one, where's you say you love, you have compassion. All right. For all you Judeo Christians and Catholics, Pentecostal, Baptists, let me ask you a question. Does these things matter? Let me ask you a question. When you were born, now, if you could look inside your heart, be a surgeon. Look inside your heart. Does it say Pentecostal, Baptist, Catholic, Christian? What's the other one? Moravian, whatever, whatever's out there. Does your heart say these things? Let me ask you. Let's just talk like we're doctors. Let's just talk. Our career. Let's just say who we are professionally in life. We're doctors. Does your heart say that, or does your heart have feelings or feel something? Because if you put that before your heart, that means you're prejudiced. That means you're gross negligent. Do you want to take responsibility for? But can you take this heart out of your chest, put it down somewhere, and just be a robot? Because if you can't speak from the heart, you're either a liar, you're not real, fake, whatever, because you're being that person. You want to call me fake? I think you're being fake. I'm giving you content here to understand. You want all this madness in the world to stop? Be real, just like the heart that you have. That's why this broadcast is set. Do they like you for falling out of love with who you are? I just asked a simple question. No comments, no subscriptions. But I asked a stupid question, didn't I? Because at 10:30 p.m. right now on a Saturday night, you don't give a fuck about what I'm saying right now. You're into what you're into at this point, and what I tell you, you might as well count that as whatever's going on in your life right now. It don't matter what. Ramos gassing the same, founder of B.U.M.M.A, know to walk, to talk the talk. Yeah, fuck that guy. Forget that guy. Right now, I'm in the mix of doing what I do. Watch this. I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna go on my phone and do this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. All right. Do you see this? Do you see this name on this phone? I'm calling it right now, and it's gonna go straight because you see this individual at this time can do what she want. See? That's how that works. That's how that works. You want to block somebody? You want to ignore somebody? Nobody likes to be exposed for the wrong that they do. Nobody likes to face, because you know what? As long as you're not sitting in front of a judge and they're locking your ass up for how many years, you're going to commit so much offenses. It's not funny. I'm telling you from being a ex-offender, a criminal, whatever you want to call it. Who am I? The United States, the city of New York, the state of New York. That's who I offended as a black man. Give me a life that I could love. Give me liberty that I could like. You're not gonna do that. I'm talking to you 3 minutes past what I usually would tell you or share with you. But you're not gonna even leave a comment or say a word tonight. Look, I'm talking to you. I had some beer and some shots or whatever. But as you can see, that's my responsibility to myself. I'm not letting that fool me into thinking like this is a hotel room and I'm doing what I please. YouTube, thank you for allowing me to do this. But I'm not with the strange shit. I ain't with the make friends with the exes and the old friends and this and that. Because guess what? You can say anything you want to, but I tell you what, I stand for truth, and that's by myself. And I don't believe in living a lie. Because if that's the case, people have done me wrong. They can still talk to me, which means you have no self-respect. You have no discipline. You have no control. Most of all, you have no self-respect. Because there's certain things, even if you believed in Jesus Christ, you can get away with. But those things are forgivable. And there's certain things, even Jesus himself, as the story goes, did not stand for. Like the transaction of business in front of the temple or the synagogue or whatever it was back then. He fought against these people. He's like, stop doing it. Like, this not gonna happen here. That's the story. Do I believe it or not? But my story is right now, in May 2021, And do they love you? Do they like you for who you are? And that's it. I'm going. Thank you. Don't leave a comment. Don't subscribe. Whatever. All right? Because you're not ready for this. You're not. And I know why.